welcome back to another episode of the Four Horsemen. Like always, that's the email if you want to send pictures and you want to be featured on the Four Horsemen channel. Today we're going to be working with a 72 Ford Grand Torino Sport. There it is. I've already drilled it. I made it short so you could go back on the videos and watch that part. And I want to start this video. If you didn't know, this is going to be my last Four Horsemen participation. I want to say thank you to all the Four Horsemen for asking me to be part of this group since the beginning. Let me put that one to the side. I have all the bills right here. They're all here. I gotta say, that van, 4x4 van with the sliding door, it's definitely one of my favorites. It's the shiny rust. Definitely, I like it a lot. And this year I made another one. The Easy Rust right here. We might be using that today. And of course, the painted pink a few months ago. So I decided that it was time to let somebody else play, and therefore I'm gonna focus more on Facebook and Instagram over there. There's a lot of movement in those other platforms, and you never know what's gonna happen with YouTube here. I'll still be making videos for YouTube, and I'll still be here. So I'm just not gonna be participating in the Four Horsemen, like I said. So let's get started with this one. All right, let me take the screws off. So the theme is Mad Max, right? And I have never seen a winter-based Mad Max. Everything is based on a warm climate without windows, a lot of rust. So I started to think that maybe we need to do something for snow. I don't know if anybody done that before. I've never seen it, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of turning this into something that could live in like an ice age. And with the new invention, if you've been watching the news with the fusion technology, it could get very crazy with this build. So let's remove the wheels and I'll be back. All right, so I have some simple clean here. I'm gonna throw the interior here so we can get rid of that chrome. Make kind of a mess here. We need the windshield because remember it's gonna be winter time. And the casting here, I'm thinking I'm gonna sand this down. And I'm thinking about using the tracks out of this Land Shark. I got weapons here, or at least they look like weapons. And I have this head gasket here with a big engine there, which I don't know if I'm using because I mentioned fusion power. So this thing has a little bit of an engine there. So I don't know yet. I'm going to sand this down, see what I come up with. Check it out. Check it out. So I don't know how am I going to install this here. If I need to cut the back of the car. Because if I install the base, it's gonna sit too far back. And in the front, I'm gonna keep tires, or maybe I can find another track. At this point, I don't know. Most likely, I'm gonna cut off the track and use the top part, glue it somewhere on the top, and then glue the track on the bottom. I think that's gonna be the easier way. So I'm just gonna use my jeweler saw to make a fine cut here, and I'll be back. All right, check it out. It's being held in place with some Gorilla gel glue, but that is probably not going to be strong enough. So I'm going to give you my last Four Horsemen secret formula, which is stronger than JB Weld, in my opinion. So if you mix baking soda and CA glue, you already know that you get a pretty hard surface, but it tends to get hard on the outside only, and sometimes it crumbles and you still got the loose baking soda inside, and it dries immediately, right? But check out my secret formula here, which is other than baking soda and graphite. You can see I sprayed some of that there. You could also use a pencil, sharpen out a pencil just so you have the graphite. Use a sand block to grind it down, and that'll work too. But I find it easier just to use graphite. So I'm gonna give you a little sample here. Let's do that much. Right. Let me clean this glue here a little bit. I don't know if this is going to work with like crazy glue, because I haven't tested it out. I do. This is the glue I have. I'll leave you a link down below. You add the glue. Notice how it's not getting hard. Mix it. Try to be quick. Here's the casting. Oh, it took too long. You see how it got hard? Got to do it again. Might as well record this. Notice how it comes off and there is no loose powder on the inside. And since it's shiny back there, I'm going to use my Dremel get some of that paint off so it works better. All right, let's try it again. Over here. Let's try to do this corner right here. I'm going to do just a little bit. Glue. Okay, gotta try to be quicker this time. I'm probably gonna be able to do one side at a time. and it got hard. Hopefully the camera caught that. See? So adding the graphite gives you a few seconds just so you can create your very own mix. And then it gets hard evenly. There's no loose baking soda inside the mix. Let's do it again. I'm gonna have to do another batch. There, it got hard. Let me clean the card and I'll be back. Let's do it a little bit here. That's too much, but it is what it is. And there it is. It got hard. Check it out. 100 times faster than JB Weld. And you have a harder surface. Let's put that to the side. Let me cover this. And where's the glue cap? There it is. Cover this. So let's do a little test here. Flat top. Let me get rid of all this loose one. I guess I'll put it back here. So notice how it's rock solid, but there's no loose baking soda inside. So there you go. Way harder than just baking soda and CA glue, and a lot easier to apply. Rock solid. Check it out. Let's get back to the belt. Check it out. So I added a little bit of the secret formula here, the 00 BSG, baking soda graphite. Look at that big axle. They roll in the front, track in the back, gun on the roof, gun on the hood. So all we have to do now is paint. I'm gonna remove the guns and paint it. See how it ends up looking. Check it out. About to put the windshield back, cover it up, and about to throw some white paint, make it look like snow. Check it out. Oh yes. Now I'm thinking about painting some details here by hand. We'll see what I could come up with. All right, so far I've used the Vallejo Black Swartz and the Blanco White. I'll leave a link to my website where I'll do a write-up of everything I'm going to use on this build. Next, I'm going to use this Duraluminium, something like that. This doesn't have to be perfect, so I just want a little bit of metal showing up. So the snow gets dirty too, so I have to add a little bit of dirt. The track, might add a little black on it. From the Redline shop, this is the paint used to paint the black roof on the Redlines. Let me try it out, see how it looks here on the track. This is not glossy, and it looks, or at least on the red lines, it looks like a vinyl top on a car. I'm hoping that it will make the track look like it's rubber, because I could have added rust to make it look like metal, but I think a rubber track will suit better a transformation like this. Paint the border. Okay, let me wash the brush. Okay, let me see if I could do a trim here. This car, I believe this part over here is part of the hood, so it wouldn't have rubber there. And this doesn't have to be perfect, because I'll probably cover it back up with some some white paint. Hopefully this paint will dry up quickly. All right, let me get the black wash. Game colored wash 73.301, made by Vallejo. I've almost threw out my back trying to open that one. I haven't used this in a few years, I think. Cheap brush from the dollar store. It's gonna make it look dirty just a little bit, especially the gun here. That Vallejo spray paint is lacquer base. It's not acrylic. So you could do like what I'm doing over here. You don't have to worry about it coming off. So again, it's a winter build. The snow is probably dirty on top of the car. Now all I gotta do is take some of this off. And use a hair dryer, speed up the drying. Did a number here with this Vallejo 72.001 dead white. Alright, so I've used the hair dryer to dry out that black wash, and I think I need just maybe a little bit of rust. Something like this is definitely gonna have some rust, but very minor. Let me get that paint. All right, so I imagine it's gonna be a little bit of rust where they welded the guns. I'm gonna use this dry rust. Which is very dark. And by the way, this brush that I've been using is 000. I'll leave a link down below. So let's add a little bit around the gun over here. Lift it up. They did quite a number here welding this up. They had to do it really cover it up here in the roof so they didn't get wet inside. So I imagine a rust, well, it's maybe wet because of the snow, would look this color. Let's add a little bit over here, over here. some inside here. Maybe back here. Let's add a little bit over here. Gotta be careful. It's might overdo it. Okay. Let's add a little bit of a surface rust. Okay, so now we have to protect this. All that, and I'm going to be using this bad boy right here. Let me wash the brush and I'll be back. So if you thought that I was going to use the airbrush, that's not happening. I don't want this to turn out even, so we're going to wing it like this. Now this clear or varnish, as they call it, does take a lot of time to dry out. It could take up to 4 hours. And with this mess I'm doing over here, it'll probably take more. I just want everything to look flat, clunky, but kind of smooth at the same time. I don't know if you understand that. And by the way, I've also added some white on the front tires. Back to this one. So let me hit this with the hair dryer, and I'll probably set it to the side for a whole day and come back. To it. So what you're gonna see next, it's the final product. And there it is, guys. I actually didn't wait 4 hours. I just cleaned the brush, picked up my mess over here, and it's dry to the touch, so I put it back together. So it start to finish without the drilling part, because I already had done that. It took me a good 3 hours to make this. Not bad. 3 hours of work. Check it out. So you got fresh snow on the tires. Look at that windshield, how it ended up looking. Fresh snow on the bottom. And it does roll a little bit here in the front. Let me know what you guys think down below. Hope you guys like that that trick with the baking soda and the graphite, the BSG, 00 BSG, top secret recipe. So that's gonna be it. Happy New Year, as this is going to come out the last day of the year 2022. Hope you guys really like this. And again, thank you to to all the four horsemen for allowing me to be a part of this team for 2 years now. It's been fun. Hope you guys continue to make the build so the new guys, the small channels, and all can participate and they can get their work exposed. So, thank you for watching. Peace out.